Welcome to the ultimate breakdown of Despicable Me 4. In this latest adventure, Gru is back with his hilarious minions and a new set of challenges that promise to keep you entertained from start to finish. So without further ado, let's dive into the full story of Despicable Me 4. The movie kicks off with Gru driving like a maniac to get to a promotional meeting at his villain school. He's accompanied by his 3 trusty and very cool minions. Gru warns them that now, as part of the AVL, Anti-Villain League, they need to stay undercover at the promotional party. Their mission? To capture Maxim, the most notorious villain of them all. Upon arriving at the party, things quickly spiral out of control. The minions, easily distracted, start playing around instead of sticking to their mission. Meanwhile, Maxim spots Gru and seizes the opportunity to publicly ridicule him. He mocks Gru, calling him the second worst villain in history, just after Cowboy. Adding insult to injury, Maxim's girlfriend, the popular girl from her school, snubs Gru entirely with her arrogance. Then the scene takes a turn as an old lady, the director of the villain school, makes an entrance. She's there to reward the year's most evil villain, and unsurprisingly, the award goes to Maxim, her favorite student. During his vainglorious speech, Maxim reveals his peculiar fascination with cockroaches, creatures he admires for their resilience. In a bizarre twist, he announces that he has mutated himself into a human cockroach to emulate their survival skills. At this point, Gru seizes the moment and arrests Maxim in the name of the Anti-Villain League. A fierce confrontation ensues as AVL agents raid the party to capture Maxim. Despite a valiant fight, Maxim is overpowered and captured. However, before he is taken away, he vows revenge on Gru, promising that he will find a way to get even soon. After the dramatic capture, Gru returns home, clearly pleased with his successful mission. He shares his happiness with his wife, Lucy, their 3 daughters, and their baby, who is initially thrilled to see his mother. However, the baby's mood shifts dramatically whenever Gru is around, becoming moody and upset despite Gru's constant reassurances of his love. In a lighthearted scene, the minions take charge of changing the baby's diaper, resulting in a hilarious sequence of events. But the comedy is short-lived as Gru's boss arrives with alarming news. Maxim has escaped from the maximum security prison. Before fleeing, Maxim left a threatening message for Gru, warning him to watch his back because he now knows where Gru lives and will seek his revenge. Concerned for his family's safety, Gru decides they need to move to the AVL refuge. Despite his daughter's reluctance to leave their home, Gru insists it's not up for debate. They pack up and head to their new home, accompanied by the 3 minions. Their new neighborhood is stunningly beautiful, a stark contrast to their new, somewhat gloomy house, which resembles an abandoned office. Gru's boss arrives and informs them that for their safety, they must adopt new identities. Lucy becomes a stylist, Gru a solar panel salesman, and even the children have to change their names. The AVL staff warns them not to do anything that might attract Maxim's attention. Meanwhile, the rest of the minions are taken to AVL headquarters, where their unruly behavior immediately causes chaos, much to the driver's frustration. As for Maxim, he and his girlfriend are celebrating his escape with the help of his cockroach minions. Maxim reveals his plan to kidnap Gru's baby as part of his revenge scheme. The next day, one of Gru's daughters, upset about having to lie and use a fake name, struggles with their new life. Lucy tries to cheer everyone up, encouraging them to make the best of their situation. The minions, ever resourceful, take on the task of securing the baby in the vehicle. Gru and his daughter meet their wealthy neighbor, who is clearly unhappy to see them. The neighbor's daughter, Poppy, adds to the tension by rudely ignoring them and refusing to befriend Gru's daughter. Poppy looks at Gru with an evil smile, hinting at trouble ahead. Back at AVL headquarters, the minions are asked to volunteer for an experiment that would grant them superpowers. Despite the potential risks, they eagerly participate and emerge with various powers: super strength, elasticity, laser vision, the ability to fly, and indestructibility. Gru's family's new life quickly becomes a disaster. His youngest daughter is punished for not being able to lie about her name, and her older sister stands up to her evil teacher in a defiant scene. Gru struggles with the baby, who goes out of his way to make life difficult for him. His eldest daughter faces bullying at school, and Lucy's new job as a stylist goes disastrously wrong when she accidentally sets a client's hair on fire. One night, Gru encounters Poppy, who confronts him about his shady past and threatens to expose him unless he helps her raid the villain's school. Realizing the safety of his family is at stake, Gru reluctantly agrees. The next day, Gru discovers that Poppy has built a replica of the villain's school and plans to break in to steal the mascot, a fierce badger. Despite Gru's warnings, Poppy insists on going ahead with her plan and tricks Gru into accompanying her. Meanwhile, Maxim continues his revenge plot, constructing a giant cockroach-shaped machine to kidnap Gru's baby. We learn that Maxim's grudge against Gru stems from their school days, when Gru humiliated him during a talent show by singing the same song Maxim had prepared. The minions, now with superpowers, are tasked with saving people, but end up causing more chaos than good. Their attempts to help lead to near disasters, including almost dropping a subway full of passengers into a void and causing a massive explosion in the town center. Frustrated residents drive them out, and Gru's boss informs them they are no longer superheroes. Gru, with no one to leave the baby with, takes him along on the mission with Poppy. They infiltrate the villain school, narrowly avoiding detection by the janitor. The baby helps them navigate the school's security systems, but things go awry when Gru accidentally sedates himself instead of the badger. Poppy, in a panic, activates the alarm, waking the old principal. A chaotic chase ensues, with the principal in her fast wheelchair. Despite the mayhem, Gru and Poppy manage to escape with the badger, and Poppy is thrilled with her new pet, promising to keep Gru's secret. In a twist, the old principal calls Maxim, revealing Gru's location thanks to a tracker on the badger. Maxim immediately sets out to find Gru. The next day, Poppy, now friends with Gru's daughters, is at Gru's house when the principal arrives, scaring the badger. Gru's wife Lucy and the rest of the family prepare to defend themselves. Gru summons the minions, who have been wasting time with their powers, to help. As Maxim and his girlfriend arrive to kidnap the baby, a fierce battle ensues. Gru confronts Maxim, who has transformed the baby into a cockroach-like creature. Despite the odds, Gru's heartfelt words to his baby break the spell, and the baby remembers his real dad. Gru manages to defeat Maxim, and the minions, using their powers creatively, subdue him. The family is finally reunited, and Dr. Nefario restores the baby to his normal state. The baby, having learned to love Gru, says his first words, "Dad." The movie wraps up with Gru visiting Maxim in prison, confessing that he stole Maxim's song out of embarrassment. This revelation enrages Maxim, who enters the prison's talent show to compete again. Gru, supported by the minions, performs the happy melody, bringing joy to the prisoners. Despicable Me 4 delivers a heartwarming and action-packed story, showcasing the importance of family, redemption, and the power of love. With its signature humor, memorable characters, and unexpected twists, this installment keeps the franchise fresh and entertaining. In conclusion, Despicable Me 4 is a delightful roller coaster of emotions, combining heartwarming family moments with the franchise's trademark humor and thrilling action. Gru's journey from a top villain to a devoted family man facing new challenges is both captivating and inspiring. The film's clever plot twists, memorable characters, and laugh-out-loud scenes ensure that it remains a fresh and entertaining addition to the series. This movie brilliantly highlights the power of love, redemption, and the unwavering bond of family, leaving audiences with a renewed sense of joy and excitement for Gru's next adventure. Whether you're a longtime fan or new to the franchise, Despicable Me 4 is a must-watch that promises to entertain and warm your heart.